Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Divide by Sheep. Let's jump into the puzzles really fast because I spent a lot of time on puzzle 9 and didn't get anywhere with it. So I want to try and play through these levels as quickly as possible. So we need 3 sheep, then we need 3 sheep, which means we have only 1 sheep to spare, which probably means you do something like this and that, and then you just move this one over here and then move that one out of the way and do that. There are obvious jumps in difficulty, spikes and valleys of difficulty in these puzzles. The last one really confused me, and that's probably the better way to make any kind of game like this. It would be crazy if the puzzles just got more and more difficult always, or if they were big chunks of very difficult levels and then big chunks of easy levels. You want to probably try to evenly space it out, having some rising action and falling action as best as you can deliver quote-unquote action in a puzzle game. So we want 5 of the wolves, and we've got to do something here first before we do anything else. So you probably have to start with that, and then I could throw 2 sheep this way, or I could cut 2 sheep in half, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to focus on the math of that. Oops. Hopefully that didn't matter. Alright, so this platform is safe. We know we had to make this platform safe. So, if we cut 2 sheep in half this way, then we'll have 4. If we cut 2 sheep in half and then feed these 2. Yeah, I think the move is you gotta do this and then that and then do that, then throw that back that way, and then that's how you get to your 1. Okay, we now want 5 wolves, and we have 6 wolves. Then we're going to want 3 sheep. So how do we accommodate that? How do we even get to 5 wolves? Let's ask that question. Just doesn't seem like you can. Seems like you're going to do that, and then you're going to do that. Okay. What we could do is feed 1 here, and then do that. And then that would feed 2 to that. But then we could throw here and feed that one that way. And then there's your 3 to start. Okay. So now the question is, how do we get down to 5 wolves and maintain 3? Like, this one is satisfied, this one is satisfied, so this is the only place where wolves can be. So there basically has to be a split. And it's either going to be 7 or 8. Okay, that's 2, 4, 6, and then 1 extra. Which if we just had 1 wolf somewhere. Perhaps there's something more to this than I recognize. That would be the remainder of all the wolves to get to the 5 wolves here. And then this could be our 3 sheep. That way. There's your 4 wolves. Here's your 5th wolf. Which means then we've got to split this so we have 3, 2, 4, and 5. Just doesn't seem right. You take all those, and that would give me 2.5. So I'm 1/2 short. With that, I'll give up and I'll just move to the next level. Just gonna try and be as efficient as possible through this, and if I still have enough stamina to play this game by the time I get to the end, or if I run out of stars, I will come back and do the levels a second time. Hopefully subconsciously by that point I will have figured out some sort of solution. Okay, we're gonna need 1 and 2 sheep at some point. If I go this way, I'm gonna feed everything. If I go this way, I'll have 1/2. Yeah. If you go this way, then you'll have 2 halves, and then you'll feed those 2, and then there's basically no way you would, yeah, no way you'd get to 4. If I go this way, then I have 2. And then I guess we can throw that direction, and that's fine. And then if I go this way, now I don't have any choice. That's 3. Which is not enough. Actually 3 would have been fine in any direction though, because nope, it wouldn't have been fine because we're at 5 here. You can't do anything, and notice there's not even a flag here, so it does seem to me like you can't solve a puzzle with 0 stars. You've got to get at least the first goal going. There weirdly is just no way around this. Yeah. You've got to get that middle section save. Yeah. First and foremost. This, at some point, could be one sheep. Well, I may have hit that wall, that brick wall of progress at this point, because I'm having a hard time seeing how I'm going to even get this first goal done. Guess what we could do is that. And there's 4, so at least we can now go to the next level. And I wonder if that means we might need to just go all the way out of order here. This, I guess that's how you get your one sheep, is that way. And so I didn't really need to move that out of order. Out of the way. That was probably an easier puzzle than I felt like it was. So now we just need one sheep. And then we would need 2 wolves. And then we would need 3 sheep. Which, having 6 here and having 6 here, and then splitting them in half, is how we're going to get to 3. So all the interaction is really going to come down to these and these. Just bouncing this so it splits, then feeding these where they are, I guess, and I guess just moving those out of the way first. The only real mistake at this point would be, well, that's only 2. Two would be 1.5 when you get to this spot. Okay, that's the right amount. What might be very beneficial here is if you could just write numbers like plus, minus 1, minus 1.5 above each platform. You are having to do a lot in your head. Okay. It seems like the implication here is we're going to have some grass blocks that are going to be floating blocks. I'm not sure if that means anything though. Like we're showing a wolf landing on the sheep, and then the sheep attacking the wolf. And then you see them on 2 different platforms, and the wolf is thinking meat, and the sheep are dancing. So I am confused. Just looking at a orange and black striped banner, I would assume the indication there is that those edges cannot be jumped on. If that was the case, then 2 out of the 4 positions here cannot move at all. So let's do some basic thought here. If it's, first of all, it's not green grass blocks, so the animation is confusing on that point. If it changes things, they swapped position. Interesting. Is that the case with this? No. Is that the case with this? How would we know? And they can only swap positions if they can jump. Okay. So only the orange and black ones will swap with position with each other. Otherwise, the platforms act exactly the same as they always have. Our first goal is to have 4 sheep. Which, yeah. That's pretty obvious now that we understand how that works. Then to have 4 wolves is pretty easy. And then to swap positions, to end up with 2. We have 6 here. We have 5 spaces. Now we have 5 here. Now we have 4 here. So how would we get the remaining 2? So when we drag this, they have the little tears in the eyes, regardless of whatever direction you're promoting or showing. Okay. So feeding all of those would leave this just fully full of people. We don't have any division happening here. So the only thing I could kind of think of doing would be something like this. So now we have 2 groups of 4 now. So then you could swap that to get to that spot. Go ahead and do that to feed that. And so now you still would need 2. And that doesn't seem like that's the right answer. Seems to me like the right answer is actually something like much crazier. Let's just go ahead and do that. Or you would feed potentially everything here, which would leave you only 1. See, that just doesn't work. What if we were to do this? What if we were to come back here and feed into that? Like that. No, I still don't feel like that really does anything. So unless the trick is to possibly do something like this, and then feed a sheep into this spot. Nah, I give up. So I've been trying really hard to make these episodes be much more consistent in length and shorter overall, but I definitely am feeling like I'm not giving a significant amount of attention to a lot of these puzzles, and I'm just giving up very quickly, which maybe isn't the wrong way to play. Let's see, we have 127 stars of 140 to unlock the next world. It does seem like if we just give it 2 or 3 tries on each puzzle if necessary, then move on, we can unlock at least the next world. There is still a possibility that as the requirements go up and as I flippantly quit very early on these puzzles, that I won't unlock World of Ruins, which is 285 stars and we have 127, so we need about double that. But there is also a good chance that the exact opposite would be true, and flippantly covering the puzzles will actually let me get all the way to the end of the puzzles, and then we could just wrap around and probably clean up most of the other puzzles that we missed the first time around, particularly if we continue to learn little tricks here and there and just get better at thinking in a mathematical mindset. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.